All right, the aforementioned Pete Hegseth, co-host of Fox and Friends Weekend, is here. Now, Pete, I think that some of these bunkers are bigger than the houses that you and I grew up in, but you've got a bunker, and that it doesn't surprise me to hear that. What kind of bunker are you building out there?
A very simple bunker, Brian. I thank Griff for the shout out. I don't have billions of dollars to build a bunker. Like most people, not a lot of disposable income with lots of kids, so you do what you can. The house we bought came with like a cellar bunker, tornado shelter type thing. So we're trying to modify it to be prepared. But all I'm really trying to be prepared for, Brian, is a grid down situation. I don't know if the zombie apocalypse is coming. I don't know if war is coming. I don't know what's coming. All I know is that when the power goes out, whether you're in Tennessee or New York City, life changes. Within 48 hours, the whole world's different. Within 96 hours, we can't even predict what the world would look like, what our society would look like. So where are you going to get food? Where are you going to get water? Where are you going to get power? How are you going to get it off the island of Manhattan if you want to get off? Or how are you going to go get to your family and friends? Do you have gasoline? Like, to me, it's more just a mindset of having the essentials for 5, 6, 7 days. And then if the grid's really down, well, then maybe only the billionaires survive at that point.
It's funny, growing up, my grandparents had a bomb shelter, and it was really fun to play in it. I never knew that it would be like a serious thing that we'd actually be talking about, Pete. On that note, I want to stick with this theme, but it was interesting that the CEO of that company said that they're seeing a little bit of an uptick as well in areas like Los Angeles, right, where it's a lot of crime that's increasing and people are focusing on security. Do you see that as sort of like another secondary business for these guys?
Big time. Well, that's a huge secondary business, the idea of safe rooms where you can go should you be. I mean, think about places where the rule of law barely exists. The police forces have been thinned out. The 911 reaction time is minutes, tens of minutes when it used to be a minute or two. What are you going to do if there's a home intruder? First of all, a lot of these places you don't even have a Second Amendment right. By the way, I listed food, water, and everything else. Before that, you better have the ability to defend yourself, a firearm and ammunition, because if things really go sideways, that's what you're going to need to protect yourself. But yes, bunkers, safe rooms, weapons. Hey, we can laugh about it, but if something changed, it's going to be the folks that are prepared that are ready to go. It's not a conspiracy. I think it's real life.
Let's get to something a little more fun. It seems that President Trump is going to be doing a fundraising. It is a little more fun. At least it'll be a party and not the apocalypse. But he's going to be doing a fundraising event in Palm Beach this weekend. He wants to try to raise $43 million in one night compared to that $26 million that Biden brought in, by the way, when he was flanked by former presidents Clinton and Obama on each side, who really were more of the draw. But also, Charlie Gasparino reporting that billionaires like Ken Griffin, for example, might be donating to Trump as well. You want to see not only the grassroots side of this, but the big donors get behind him, Pete.
Yeah, billionaire bunker or give $1 million to Trump. A lot of people are deciding to give to Trump. I can see what happened here. Joe Biden needed a lot of help from celebrities and former presidents to raise $25 million, and Trump was like, nope, mine is going to be bigger, and I'm going to do it at home. Okay, we're going to do it at my house. I don't even have to go to Radio City Music Hall, just my house. And so he's going to do it at Mar-a-Lago. They're going to raise almost twice as much. The billionaires are going to make their way over to Trump, even if they didn't like him, because the alternative is the chaos and the economy that we've seen under Biden, the assault on industries like energy and on just the rule of law. So I think they'll come along. Fundraisers like that are a demonstration of that, in addition to the low dollar numbers that Trump raises, which he's better than anybody at.
He's got a bunker. He does impressions. Pete Hegseth.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Awesome stuff.
You know it.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakavadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noah's in this gospel, broad, lift up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. It says here, survival of the richest. And they throw it right in your face on how they don't give a fuck about you lower level people. Because the super rich, they figured it out. They said, you people are goyim, you're useless eaters. I mean, what's worth saving of something that's useless, right? Like, if you have trash or, you have things that you consider trash that you don't need anymore, then oftentimes you just dispose of it. And that's basically what these elites are looking at you people as, basically as disposable trash. Because, see, America is not like other countries, which America is really a corporation, but they're not like other places when they are warning their citizens to get in bunkers and to take shelter because something big is coming. Instead, they don't even tell you, and they cop a jet out of here, and before you know it, you take the fall. That's what they did back in 2020, back in 2019, late 2019. A lot of these stockbrokers and major businessmen and elites were basically selling their shares and their stocks, and they were getting out of America. Why is that? Because they knew that the inevitable collapse was on its way. And you got this Edomite devil right here, okay, Sir Richie, talking about how he's, he doesn't know that war is coming. Motherfucker, you know war coming. You know war coming. That's why you building the bunker, man. So, well, I don't have billions to build bunkers, but, in case the blackout, when the blackouts come, which basically they're telling you that the grids are going to be shut down. Okay, sooner than later, your very luxury, from your apartments to your homes to your vehicles to your TVs, your PlayStations, to your social media, which is going to hit nature hard. All right, it's going to hit a lot of you people. You people are going to go batshit crazy because you don't have the means to deal with. You don't have the means to deal without social media. Okay, so when that happens and the grid gets shut down, that's when people are going to resort to violence, looting, breaking, and entering. People take it to the streets to protest. As I believe, I forgot what bridge that was, but I believe they shut it down because there's a major protest about the Palestinians in this whole Israel-Iranian conflict. Now the Palestinians are protesting what them smallheads did, October 7th of last year, which all that information is coming out. You see? So anyway, it says, message to the super rich, build your bunkers outside of America. Then see what awaits you, right? Because we're going to put you head first in slavery. Okay, regardless on where you build your bunkers. Because if you build a bunker in America, the missiles going to eat through that. You're going to still get destroyed because the missiles are going to pelt everything. The missiles are going to lay this land flat. So whatever 300, 400-foot bunker beneath ground you got, Yahweh Shai is going to get you up out of there. Okay, you're going head first in slavery. All right, so build your bunkers. Do what the hell y'all got to do. But at the end of the day, it ain't going to do no good. That's subcaption, God's judgment unavoidable. And my thing is, if you were just so goddamn righteous, why do you need to go in hiding for if you was doing the right thing towards humanity? Okay, which proves right there that you devils ain't doing the right thing, because basically you gotta hide. Okay, you throw a rock and hide your hand. Now you gotta hide for it. But it's gonna be to no avail. All right, so this is the book of Judges. Not Judges. Amos 9:1. And it says here, I saw the Lord standing upon the altar. The Lord standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door, that the post may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them, and I will slay the last of them with the sword, and he that fleeth of them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. So yeah, you may escape the nuclear destruction, but overall, you're still not going to escape the wrath of the Heavenly Father. Okay, the scriptures say that the Most High's eyes is 10,000 times brighter than the sun. All right, so check this out. Let's read in the New Living Testament. It says here, then I saw a vision of the Lord standing beside the altar, and he said, strike the tops of the temple columns so that the foundation will shake. Bring down the roof on the heads of the people below, and I will kill with the sword those who survive. No one would escape, even if they dig down to the place of the dead, which is the grave, okay, not hell, which proves that there's no such thing as hell. Okay, it says, I will reach down and pull them up. Even if they climb up into the heavens, I will bring them down. Even if they hide at the very top of Mount Carmel, I will search them out and capture them. And even if they hide at the bottom of the ocean, I will send the sea serpent after them to bite them. And that sea serpent is none other than Leviathan, man. Okay, so you devils, you're going head first into slavery. It don't matter what type of multi-trillion-dollar bunkers you may have in your repertoire. Okay, your judgment is going to be set, and it's already set. All right, so let's get Psalms 148. Psalms 148, and yep, let's start at, I think it may be Psalms 140. 147. Yep, Psalms 147. No, Psalms 149. And I'm going to start at verses 5. It says, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud in their beds. Who are the saints? According to Psalms 148, the saints are the Israelites, man. Okay? Let's get the precept. Psalms 148, 14. He also exalted the horn of his people. Horn represents strength. The praise of his saints, even the children of Israel, which proves those are the saints, a people near unto him. Praise ye Yahweh. Okay? So going back to this precept, it says here, let the saints be joyful in glory. And we're getting ready to be glorified. Let them sing aloud in their beds. Let the high praise of Yahweh be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have ye all the saints. Praise ye the Lord, which the precept is Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity should go into captivity. You see, so these devils, man, you got guys like this, you know, this proud Edomite here, we're building bunkers. But the thing is, if you ain't got billions of dollars, then you ain't really on no survival kick, because you can be a millionaire and build a bunker in America, but the missiles are going to destroy it. And we just read in Amos how the Most High is going to command a serpent to bite you if you go underground. You know, I've seen some dope-ass AI footage of the elites in their underground bunkers, their underground water bunkers, their submarines, and Leviathan is at the window looking at these motherfuckers, man. Okay, you going head first into chains, right where you belong. You see? So, anyway, let's go to the book of Isaiah 2. And let's start at verses 17. And the loftiness of men should be bowed down, because Esau is extremely proud. And that spirit of pride has trickled his way on down to the common citizen, man. Okay? Around the world, and mainly here in Babylon. Okay? The average person is on a high horse. Everywhere from you men to you damn women. Okay? You women are extremely proud in these times. And you have no reason to be proud. And it reads here, the loftiness of men should be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men should be made low. And the Lord alone should be exalted in that day. And the idols shall he utterly abolish, and they should go into the holes of the rocks, which is the caves. I did a lesson on this probably a few months ago, and we went into this terminology of the holes, and it goes into like an underground resort, you know. And it says here, and they should go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth, for the fear of the Lord, for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth, the nuclear destruction. So when World War III is officially nuclear, once the economic collapse common and MOTB is established, then that's when these bunkers, and believe it or not, the elites are already in bunkers. You know, they said at a point in time, Capitol Hill was completely closed, you know, but nonetheless, you still see Congress in operation. You still have the IRS, still have the IMF, you know, the Federal Reserve, all these things. But the top men of these these corporations, or these wicked corporations, they're gonna try to cop a jet out of here, because they know that they have judgment to face. They know that they've ruled the people in wickedness and oppression. Okay, because when you think of the fucking IRS, like today is the last deadline. I fucking dread filing taxes, because every time you file taxes, you end up on, you know, especially since all this new, since the C-19 shit it's been crazy. Filing a tax return is like pulling teeth, man. You know, and then you got to make up for the other years, and you got a lot of shit on there you don't understand. It's just a big headache. It's just like, sometimes it's just like, man, why the fuck even file? You know, it's just a headache. We need to get out of here. You know, brothers are tired. All right, but it says here they should go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth, for the fear of the Lord and the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth. And in that day, a man should cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which they made each one himself to worship, to the moles and to the bats, to go into the clefts of the rocks and into the tops of the ragged rocks, which is those mountain resorts, for the fear of Yahweh and for the glory of his majesty, when he rises terribly to take the earth. Okay, so, hey, people are going to start to say, look, fuck this. These idols, they ain't really working for us. Therefore, hey, we got to retreat. This is why these, like Neth and Nada, you know who, hey, basically right now, they're currently in their chambers on the ground, coming up with a war strategy. And when all hell breaks loose on earth, hey, they're going to go underground. Like you had this simple cucumber head nigga Rick Ross talking about, we got wings, we got a water maker, we going underground. You know, I like to build up, but we going underground looking ass, dude. Like, nigga, you's a millionaire, nigga. You ain't getting out of here. You ain't building no bunker in Switzerland. You ain't even allowed in Switzerland, clown. You know, you gonna build a bunker here, and the Most High is gonna melt your ass with the missiles right along with the rest of you sellouts. You know? But it says to go into the clefts of the rocks and to the tops of the ragged rocks for fear of the Lord, for the glory of his majesty when he arises to shake terribly the earth. Scripture said that the earth should reel to and fro like a drunkard, meaning that the type of hell and the type of destruction our Lord is getting ready to bring to this place you call America and around the world is really finna make some jaws drop, man. This is why we got to remain locked in the spirit, because if not, hey, you subjected to fall. And I don't know how these other camps gonna do it, but I wouldn't want to beat them right now, honestly speaking, because these other camps, they're playing games with the Lord. You know, they're not teaching the MOTB. They're not teaching you about the prophecies. Yet they just out there clout chasing. And before you know it, the judgment of the Heavenly Father is going to swiftly come upon these guys, man. And they deserve it at the end of the day. But it reads here, Revelation 6, and I'm going to start at verses, let's start at 12. It says, and I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became as black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. This goes into the solar and lunar eclipses. We just had a solar eclipse. Shit is already popping off. And it says the stars of heaven fell. It says, and the stars of heaven fell into the earth, even as a fig tree casts her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind, you know. And that goes into those nuclear missiles, man. Okay. Also, that goes into these top elites, these celebrities and shit, you know, because hey, if you a star in this world, like Janet Jackson, hey, she's a star in this world, man, okay? She's juiced in heavy. They're getting ready to fall, and we're seeing it. Celebrities are getting knocked off. They're getting sick. OJ the Juice Simpson, hey, passed away last week, I believe. May have been Friday or some day last week. And a video came out about him, how he was supporting the juice, you know? And, hey, he got juiced. And it reads, and it says, and the stars fell into the heaven. No, and the stars of heaven fell into the earth, even as a fig cast her untimely figs when she is shaken by a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, that's going into the mushroom cloud. And every mountain and island were removed out of their places. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and chief captains, and the mighty men, every bondman, every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said unto the mountains and the rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the face of the wrath of the Lamb. For that great day of his wrath is come, and who should be able to stand? And this is what these elites are saying, man, because they know that eventually they're going to have to face Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You know, they know that they can't get away with this wickedness that they've done for centuries, man. Now they're coming home. Now his chickens are coming home to roost. All right. Sirach 29, and I'm going to start at verses 13. It says, such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts. So the Lord knows us front to back, back to front, left to right, up to down, sideways, you know. And you elites, what make you think he don't know you? He's created you. But your pride has gotten so out of hand to the point you really think you can find the God particle. You ain't going to find that because it's non-existent to you. Okay? The Lord is not dealing with you in that regard. So you would never find the keys to creation because you ain't looking to the source, which is the Most High. You want to find a way how to supersede him or sidestep him so you can assume the identity of the universe, rule of the universe, and you're fairly miserable. Okay? You can't even make it to the moon without conjuring up some lies. So you already lost, bro. But it says here, beholding the ways of men and considering the most secret parts, he knew all things it says he knew all things ever they were created. So also after they were perfected, he looked upon them. Okay. So that's the point I wanted to make. The Lord knows everything. So you can't hide, Esau. You know, you through. So you gotta drink this cup like we did. You know, we drunk of the cup. So now you getting ready to drink of the cup 4 times as much because you put it on us twice. You see? Lamentations, I think it's 4:19. 21. Lamentations 4:21, be glad, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, O you Edomites, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee, and thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked. Okay, the cup is being passed, meaning the curses are falling upon your head. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. You see, and you are being exposed. October 7th, the whole thing with the Houthis, the proxies that you've been, hey, everybody is waking up to the fact that the Edomite is the devil that the Bible talks about. This is why the world is coming against you. Okay, everybody knows that you had a lot to do with that 10/07/23 conflict. Okay, you try to push that on the Palestinians, but your ass got caught out there because everybody knows that you ain't nothing but a warmonger and a thief and a fraud. This is why you assume people's identities, because you don't want to reveal who you really are, because you still got that bounty on your head, man. Okay, the smartest thing for a fugitive to do is to disguise himself and hide in plain sight. And that's what Esau did by assuming the identities of other nations, man. You know? But anyway, with that, brothers, this is just a quick lesson, giving all praises and glory and honor that is due to Yahweh Bashim and Yahweh Shai, Bashim Rakapadash. Lord's will, you will edify into the next lesson.